A crucial day for Republican presidential hopefuls. Voting set to begin in just hours at the Iowa straw poll. And joining me live from Ames right now, Shira Toeplitz, political reporter for Roll Call. Good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning from Ames, Alex.
Well, indeed. I want to start by asking you a question, Shira, about it's something that I've been asking my guests this morning. What is your biggest takeaway from Iowa and the Republican field? Is there one defining theme that's emerging?
Yeah, I would say there is, Alex. I spent the day at the Iowa State Fair yesterday, and I spoke to a lot of Republican voters, a lot of people listening to the Republican candidates one by one as they gave their speeches. And the dominant theme I heard is that Republicans want a candidate with a backbone. They want someone who's very strong. They want someone who's going to stand up to the president. You know, I think that's notable because Governor Tim Pawlenty, the former governor of Minnesota, has put a lot of effort into this state, and he's really going to try hard to at least come in the top 3 spots today in the Ames straw poll. But his rap is that he's, doesn't quite have that backbone. And I think it's interesting. It could be one of the reasons he's not doing as well as he probably would have hoped right now.
As you look at this field there in Iowa, is there anyone who you think might surprise us today?
Yeah, I think I would keep my eyes right now on former Senator Rick Santorum. He's not well known nationally at all. He's a former senator from my home state of Pennsylvania. But he does have a good organization here. I see his signs around. I see his supporters cheering from the stands at Thursday night's debate. And he does have a cadre. He has a following here. And he, frankly, moved his whole family here. So he's certainly put the effort in.
What about anyone who might struggle after the straw poll today?
I think Herman Cain is depending how he does. If he doesn't place in the top 5, I think that's not going to be good. Newt Gingrich will also struggle. And let's also again keep our eyes on Tim Pawlenty. He's put so much effort in the state, so many resources. He's bought television ads. If he doesn't finish in the top 3, his campaign is going to have serious problems continuing on in this race.
And I mean, when you talk about serious problems continuing on, I mean, what are you implying there? That he really will have to pull out of the race, or that he's just going to limp along for a while and look for some sort of a, Hail Mary?
Yeah, even he's acknowledged that if he doesn't do well in this campaign, he might have to retool some things. And that to me means things like staffing changes or scale back a lot of his efforts. Here's what he would really benefit from if he did well tomorrow. If he placed in the top 3 today, I think he would get a certain fundraising boost, which he so desperately needs right now. And that's really what Iowa is about. It gives you the momentum so you can keep raising money and keep getting that great press coverage so you can go on to the other states.
How about the Romney-Huntsman factor and the fact that neither of them are really campaigning and participating today, and the Rick Perry factor, his announcement today? Are those 3 at all weighing in much on the voters' minds?
Yeah, I think they are. There are some Perry supporters who were at the state fair yesterday. I talked to them, I also talked to some Iowa Republicans who are not so pleased at Perry. They're not pleased at Romney. They're not pleased at Huntsman. Look, this is their big event. This event essentially is a fundraising event for the Iowa Republican Party, and so they're not happy that these candidates are not buying tents. They're not buying tickets. Their supporters are not coming. I mean, this is not a nice thing to do to Iowa Republicans, and guess what? These same Iowa Republicans are going to be voting in those caucuses in January.
You got it. Shira Toeplitz with Roll Call. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Tomorrow morning, Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann will be David Gregory's guest on a special